All right, pre-algebra students, we're going to grade your homework. So take out your practice quiz and let's go over the answers. First question is x to the 10th because we're adding the exponents. 4 plus 6 is 10. Next one is x to the 16th. That's not right. That's not right. It's not x to the 16th. 24 minus 16 is 8. It should be x to the 8th. 24 minus 16 is 8. Subtract the exponents. Okay, moving down, we're going to get x to the 630th because I'm multiplying. 7 times 9 is 63 times 10. Okay, next question is subtracting the exponents. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. If you leave it negative 2, I'll count you wrong on the test tomorrow because this is not a finished answer. We have to make it a fraction so that the exponent is positive, 1 over x squared. Okay, next question, we're dividing the coefficients. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and subtracting the exponents. 18 minus 6 is 12. Nobody lives in the denominator, so we don't need a denominator. Okay, next question. A lot of times students forget that we're squaring the 6. 6 squared is 36. Then we're multiplying 4 and 2. M to the 8th. Next question, we are simplifying the coefficients. That gives me a negative 7 in the numerator. We're subtracting the x's, so I get x to the 4th in the numerator. I'm moving this guy down, so he's m to the positive 2 when he moves down, and now they're being multiplied, so we add, and we get m to the 6th in the denominator. Anything to the 0 power means 1. If you include the m, it's wrong. It's not 1m, it's just the number 1. If it said 4 to the 0, it would be 1. If it said x to the 0, it would be 1. If it said 4xy parentheses to the 0, it would be, guess what? 1. Just a 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. All right, this one. So I kind of worked it out down here. So I've got 3 times 8 is 24. Coefficient is 24. X and x, I'm going to add those to get x to the 27th. This one is sometimes tricky. Students forget that there's a 1 there. 7 plus 1 is 8. All right, let's go to the top of the next column. Top of the next column, I'm going to divide my coefficients. That makes 2. I'm going to subtract my exponents. That makes x to the 8th. Next question, I'm multiplying. M to the 48th. Next question, I'm making it a fraction and turning it positive. 1 over x to the 4th. Next question, I'm multiplying my coefficients. That makes negative 36. I'm adding my exponents. That makes x to the 10th. Okay, I'm making it a fraction, so it's negative 3. I make it a fraction, make it 1 over 2 to the 3rd. If you leave it here, you'll be counted wrong. You have to change it to 1 over 8. Remember, 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Okay, we're adding. That's how I get x to the 7th. We're adding. That's how I get y to the 17th. Next question, I'm subtracting. 18 and 1, that's how come I get 17. I'm subtracting, but I'm going to start with the 7. So I'm going to say 7 minus 3. Therefore, my m to the 4th is in the denominator. Next question, I'm multiplying my coefficients. That makes positive 48. Add my exponents. That makes 11, x to the 11th. All right, I am taking negative 2 to the 3rd power. Negative 2 times another negative 2 times another negative 2 would be negative 8. And I'm multiplying my coefficients, m to the 15th. All right, if you need to pause the video and look at any of the answers as a whole, if you want to go back, or you can always rewind. You can't fast forward, but you can rewind anything or stop anytime I'm going too fast. All right, page 2. I'm graphing tiny 2. Tiny 2 makes a U. I'm going to pick 0, 1, negative 1, 2, and negative 2. When I pick 0, 0 squared minus 6, 0 minus 6. If I pick 1, 1 times 1 is 1 minus 6. Negative 1 is the same, so I'm going to get negative 5 both times. If I pick a 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 6. Negative 2 will be the same. Here are my dots. I have a dot. I need to clearly be able to see your dots on the test. So I have 0, negative 6, 1, negative 5, and this guy matches. 2, negative 2, and this guy matches. Arrows are important. Make it a soft U shape. All right, we're graphing this one. I'm going to pick 0, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2. However, nobody is the same this time. 0 times 0 times 0 plus 2. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1 plus 2. Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 plus 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8 plus 2. Negative 2, negative 2, negative 2 is negative 8 plus 2. So see how these are not anywhere similar to each other. All right, let's go down and see where the dots are. I had a dot at 0, 2. That's this dot. 1, 3. Negative 1, 1. 2, 10. Negative 2, 6. It's a soft looking S. Or I don't really know what shape it is, but whatever. It looks like that. All right, let's do our exponential function. 0. Anything to the 0 is 1. 3 to the first is 3. 3 squared is 9. 3 to the negative first is 1 over 3. 3 to the negative second is 1 over 3 squared. If you want to see it, it would have looked like that, and then become 1/9. All right, let's look at the pictures, the dots. I have a dot at 0, 1. That's this dot here. I have a dot at 1, 3. I have a dot at 2, 9. Then this is where it's going to flatten out. Don't worry about how close you are to a 1/3 and a 1/9. Just know that it's going to go flat, and we need our arrows. All right, here's page 3. Let's look at our scientific notation. I'm going to hop 4 hops to the right. The decimal used to be here. 4 hops is now back here. I added 3 zeros. Negative exponents, I'm hopping to the left. It used to be here. 1, 2, 3 to the left. That's 2 zeros. Sometimes students forget to write the decimal. They put all of these, and here's what I've seen an answer. It'll say 006.87. Like they put the zeros, they knew to hop 3 times, but they left the decimal between the 6 and the 8. So let's not do that. Let's put the decimal up in front. If you want to put an extra 0, that part's fine. All right, this guy, if I put the dot between the 6 and the 4, if I put it here and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. My exponent is 15. I put the dot behind the 8. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops to the left. 8 times 10 to the negative 5th. Please do not put a dot here. This needs to be an X. Please put an X. It has an X. It has an X. Scientists do not use a dot when they're doing scientific notation. Okay, let's look at our adding and subtracting. Adding, they have to be the same, which they are. So I add the front numbers. I get 6.4. The exponent stays the same. Remember, my example was when you were in first grade. 4 million plus 2 million equals 6 million. The exponent doesn't change. Subtracting, I'm going to do 9 minus 3, and the exponent stays the same. If either of these had been 2 digits, then I would have had to fix the answer when I'm done. And I think there will be those kind of questions on the test. This practice test, I went pretty easy on you. There was not a lot of fixing. All right, let's talk about multiply. Multiply, I'm going to multiply the front numbers, 4 and 2, but this time I add the exponents. 3 and 14 make 17. I'm going to divide the front numbers, 7 divided by 1, and I'm going to subtract the exponents. That's how I get 10 to the third. Okay, this is the only one that was a little tricky, but there'll be more like this on the test. Multiply the front numbers gives me 21. Add the tiny people gives me 14. Now I have to fix it. 21 is going to go down to 2.1. 14 is going to go up from 14 to 15. All right, these 6 questions. Linear, because there's no exponent. Linear, there's no exponent. Now, the only ones that are, I could have put on this that kind of look like this is, remember if it said y equals 7 over x. Okay, true, there's no exponent, but we cannot have x in the bottom. So linear, linear, non-linear. If x is in the denominator, that's non-linear. Tiny 2, non-linear. This is curved, non-linear. This is straight, it's linear. This is straight, even though it's vertical, so it's linear. Linear means straight line, curve. Straight line, curve. Curve. Curves are non-linear. All right, you have 2 options now that we've gone through all the answers. Number 1, you can give your completed test to Mrs. Day. Option 2, you can show your completed test to Mrs. Day, but then tell her that you want to keep it to study with. Tomorrow's test will look similar, a little different, but pretty similar to this practice test. All right, now that you've graded your tests, your practice tests, you can do the 2 or 3 Blue Gets that I put on Google Classroom.